Hello, my name is Katie Taylor. I am CEO and co-founder of Khethworks, a Tata Center spin-out company. Today I'll talk to you briefly about myself, my company, what I learned at the Tata Fellowship, and leave a couple closing remarks. I am from Washington, D.C. I've got two older brothers. For college I did a 3-2 program, which means 3 years at a liberal arts school, 2 years at a tech school. At the liberal arts school Pomona, I studied anthropology and environmental sciences and sculpture and a bit of physics. And at the tech school, Caltech, I got my butt kicked studying mechanical engineering. But I made it to MIT, where I got my master's in course 2, and I did research with Professor Amos Winter, and I was a Tata Fellow from 2013 to 2015. Somewhere in there, I took a year off to travel the world alone. I funded it working at 1 movie theater, 2 restaurants, and a summer camp for a couple years. I worked on a farm in Thailand, I bungee jumped into the Nile in Uganda, and I worked for the Chinese government for 5 months doing bioremediation techniques for disaster areas. For the past year and a half, I've been living in Pune with my co-founder Viktor Leshniewski, where we run Khethworks. About Khethworks. As many of you know, India is a country of small farms, so 85% of all the farms in India are small plot farms. In eastern India alone, that's over 30 million farms. While monsoon rains provide irrigation for 4 months of the year, the remaining 8 months of the year, small plot farmers struggle to find ways to irrigate their land, and the reason is affordability. Current options, diesel pumps, solar pumps, they're simply too expensive for these small plot farmers. So at Khethworks, we're tackling this problem head on. We have made a solar water pump that is perfectly fit for these farmers' irrigation needs, and it's 3 times more efficient than other pumps of its size on the market. So efficiency is important because high efficiency means low power requirements. Low power means fewer solar panels, and fewer solar panels make the whole system more affordable to the farmer. We have had units in the field for 2 years now. This year we are scaling up production to meet demand. We are hiring up a team, and we're beginning to evaluate global partnerships in Eastern Africa. My favorite part of Khethworks, which I'd be remiss not to mention, is something that I love about my 2 co-founders, Kevin and Victor. And it's that we all believe so deeply in the mission, which is to give small plot farmers an unprecedented level of control over their lives and livelihoods through affordable and high quality technology. And we all feel it's a true honor to do what we do. Now, the Tata Fellowship. The most important thing there was the people I met, the cohort. It's really rare to have a cohort like that after you leave school, of just a group of really clever, talented people pushing, working hard on problems that really affect people from all different angles, policy, technology, and it was terrific, all of the conversations, connections that came out of the Tata Fellowship. Obviously, that's where I met my co-founders, which is something I'm always going to be grateful for, where I met my mentors. Rob, special shout out, thank you. I wish we'd hung out more, so for you people graduating, I guess keep in touch and reach out. Other things I learned about design thinking from Amos Winter's global engineering class. I learned about rapid prototyping from Neil's How to Make Almost Anything class. A really important thing I learned was about working with partner organizations and how to manage those relationships, set expectations, roles, responsibilities, and jointly manage a project. And lastly, the most important thing was the trips to India. The time on the ground, the networking, the Tata name, MIT name, opening doors, being able to play that I'm a curious student card. It was an invaluable experience. And something I learned from my co-founder Kevin was to always end meetings by saying, who else should I talk to? Closing thoughts, I've got 3 for you. The first is on fear. So it's always okay to be afraid, but you just can't let it stop you from jumping in. And you should never let the fear of thinking that you're not the best person for the job or you're not the most qualified stop you from trying, because change in this world isn't always, or maybe even often, made by those who are the most talented or the most qualified. A lot of times it's made by those who summon the bravery and step up and take a shot. And anytime that you really have to be brave, you only really need to be brave for like 20 seconds at a time. So you can do that. It's just 20 seconds. The second one is on passion. Lots of people will say, identify your passion and then, pursue it and make it happen no matter what. And if you know what your passion is and it's that clear, definitely do that. Yeah, that's a great plan. But if you don't, that's okay. That doesn't matter at this point. Just keep making decisions that feel right to you. And you'll get there in time. Just keep trying to figure it out. Talk to people, journal. Self-examination is really important. And if there's not a perfect job or path for doing what you feel is right at that moment, then create that job. Create that path. Don't adapt yourself to the world. Make the world adapt to what you think is right. The last thought is something I think to myself often on really bad days and when times are really tough. And that is, I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'll say, Katie, well, you're not doing that great, but you're not drowning. And that's something. And I mean that literally, because if you're not drowning, literally drowning in a pool of water, then you're doing okay. Gotta cut yourself a break. So for anyone out there in the audience who just nodded along and was like, I know that quote is from a truly garbage movie called The Secret Life of Pets. So anyone out there who nodded, you totally watched that movie, as did I. Anyways, everyone, all the Tata fellows, everyone else, please don't be shy about reaching out. If you ever want to chat, send me an email. If you're ever in Pune, I'd love to take you out. If I can ever be of service to any of you, please don't be shy. To the graduates, congratulations, you did it. Have fun tonight, have fun this next week. Don't worry about the future right now. It'll happen. Just celebrate what you accomplished. Thanks for your time, everybody. Hope you have a great day. Bye.